Hello everyone, and welcome to the next edition of the Holland Land Office Museum's Artifact Video Series. My name is Ryan Duffy, and I'm the director of the museum. And this week we're going to talk about a piece of Batavia and Genesee County's transportation history, and one that helped it connect to the larger cities of Buffalo and Rochester. So this week we're going to talk about the Blue Bus, which was a short line transportation that went between Buffalo and Rochester, but also through different parts of Genesee County, with Batavia being one of the major stops. Now, the Blue Bus operated from the 1920s until it went under control of the trailway system in the 1960s and 70s, but was well known throughout the community as come take a ride in the Blue Bus anywhere you had to go, and was a main form of transportation after the opening of the thruway exit here in Batavia. So we're going to go into the history of the Blue Bus short line and its place in Batavia's transportation history. Bus service to Buffalo and Rochester began in 1921 when the Continental Motor Bus Corporation out of Rochester set up a terminal in what had been the Lafayette Hotel on Court Street and began providing regular service to the east and west and to neighboring cities. The company expanded service into Attica in 1925, but was then taken over in 1926. The Western New York Motor Lines sold out to a group from Cleveland, which was headed by a man named Lawrence Schultz. Now, Mr. Schultz became the local owner and manager of the bus line. In Motor Line's advertising, he urged local citizens to ride the Blue Bus, and the Blue Bus, as it was colored blue, became the name used by all of its advertising to refer to the bus company or to its buses. Now, during the Depression in the 1930s, the company faced financial difficulties, and Greyhound Bus Company seemed willing to buy the Blue Bus, but the City Council refused to approve it. Mr. Schultz sold his shares in the company to his employees and began to share company profits with them, most of them working for the Blue Bus Company in any capacity, and they got the profits. In 1958, the Cowan family of Rochester bought the Western New York Motor Lines, and they bought up all the shares from the company workers, and the Blue Bus then became part of the Trailways Company. Now, over the years, there were times when buses were crowded and there were some accidents, but for 37 years, when the Blue Bus ran from Rochester to Buffalo and back, had a remarkable safety record, especially when Mr. Schultz ran the business. Now, he left the company in 1958 and retired before he passed away in 1967. Now, the Lafayette Hotel, which was the terminal here in Batavia, was an old building that stood on the corner of Court and Ellicott, and we've shown you a picture of it in the slideshow here. And that was where the terminal and ticket office was. After the line became part of the Trailways system, they used that hotel as the terminal as well. In 1965, when urban renewal was up and going, the agency bought the building for demolition, so Trailways purchased the site of the old New York Central Railway Freight House, which was on Center Street, and reconstructed a new office building and repair garage. And they had many of their business services there, where they had their tour offices as well as administrative offices. Now, the tour offices moved to Rochester in 1976, which left the second floor vacant, and by 1978, all the administrative work had also moved to Rochester, which left the building basically vacant until it was sold in 1981. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of our Artifact video series and learned a little bit more about the Blue Bus here in Batavia. If you've missed any of our previous videos, be sure to go and check them out on our YouTube channel, Holland Land Office Museum, and give us a like and subscribe if you enjoy what we have to offer, as it helps the channel out and gets you notified quicker when we do release new videos. We're getting close to 90 videos now, so there's plenty of material to go through. But as always, the best way to come and learn more about the history of Genesee County and what we have to offer at the museum is to stop by and see us in person. And we'll be happy to share even more stories about the people and places here that we have artifacts on, and you'll get an up-close and personal look.